Greetings from Snake Mountain Boat Works on Tuesday, January 7, 2025. It's time for an update on our 1954 17-foot Century Resorter. As you can see, since we last visited with her, there have been some major changes. We were able to finally get all the battens off, all the bottom off. We released the keel, and the good news is at least most of the keel we can save. We clearly can't save the Gripe. That'll be replaced in a big section of the stem. So right now, Joe's working on releasing all of these screws that are holding the stem in place, and we will back out all of those fasteners and release the tails of these planks. The reality is, you all know that we are preservationists. We save any piece of wood we can. Well, we've gone over and over and over these hull side planks, and I haven't found the one yet that's worth saving, that can be saved, and that would finish well and remain strong. They are, well, you can get an idea if you just look on the inside here. They are rotted through and through in most places. The battens that are behind the seams in the hull side planks, quite a few of those, you stick a fingernail in and you can get a pretty big chunk of something very nasty. So what are you going to, what's your goal here?
So by looking at this, I mean, obviously you can see that it is shot, and I've gone down through the backside, and unfortunately the rot does extend all the way forward to the bow. So I am going to have to replace the entire stem and Gripe just because there's not enough to save of it, which they're a lot of fun to make because, as you can see, there's a lot of different measurements and a lot of different dimensions.
And the radii are not all the same, are they, as you go up there?
They don't play friendly with each other.
No, no. So Joe's working out the front end, and Rick and now Joe have been working on the bottom. If you look back at some of the earlier videos, you will see that it was just oil and grease sodden, just too many years, too many decades sitting under a wet canvas. So we are working from the transom forward, and then Joe's been working forward of the, or just about at the helm station today, replacing those three. These in between, I mean, if we take them off and just crank them, twist them, they break. They're just beyond the beyond. So she's gonna have a pretty strong bottom. This is all FAS grade quarter sawn white oak. We also, and the owner actually pointed this out to us when he delivered the boat, the bed stringers were pretty badly rotted. The engine that was in it must have leaked oil for a long, long time. They were just gooey. This is our degreaser of choice. We recommend it to anybody who's faced with degreasing the bottom of a boat or anywhere else on the boat. It is amazing, and it got some of the frames sort of beginning to be kind of clean. That's the nicest thing I can say. We are violating a century design practice. This boat originally was laminated to about 3/8 thick pieces of mahogany. This is a portion of the bottom that gets tortured. And those two laminates were never even glued together. They stood there was about 1/8 of an inch space in between them. So we are replacing them with white oak. The tail of this puppy is going to be rock solid when we finish. So we'll keep going. Next time you see her, all of those frames that look kind of an ugly, dull, greasy, I don't know what color we'd call that, red of some sort, will have been replaced. We're doing it very carefully as we move along because the hull had been spread, and what we are doing is pulling it back together as we install each successive new frame. Once they're all in, of course, you know what's next. 4 coats of cold formula Smith's clear penetrating epoxy sealer, 3 coats of Sandusky Paint Company Chris Craft mahogany bilge paint, and we will not paint these surfaces, nor will we paint the exterior surface of the new battens. We want the 5200 we're going to be using to adhere to wood and not rely on the adherence of paint to keep the bottom together. So that's where we are on this snowy, cold Vermont day. Hoping you're well. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boat Works.